Good morning, and welcome to Winnipeg. Okay, this morning, probably about an hour ago, I went outside and I moved my car thinking that we still had the same weather prediction that we had yesterday. And, well, if it isn't the black truck, it's the garbage truck. I just can't win here. Okay. So anyway, I moved my car thinking I'm going to get out today. But it looks like, hey, the weather man has changed his mind, and we might not be getting out for a quick scoot today. Okay, enough about that. No sunrise to show you, that's for sure. Now, all right, this is not Teflon, it's silicone. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, one of the viewers set me straight on that. So if I didn't want you running out to the home appliance place and asking for Teflon pans and wondering how come they don't bend. Okay. Now, this morning I noticed that our friend Jason has got, I think it's part number 5 now, of the paintbrushing or airbrushing tutorial. And yeah, was it airbrushing for beginners or something? Yeah, and I was listening to it, and boy, was he ever speaking to me, because he was saying all these myths that people have about why they don't want to use the airbrush. It's hard to clean. Boy, does that ever sound like me. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to, once again, if you're thinking about starting to use an airbrush, you gotta watch this series. It's excellent. As far as I'm concerned, right now, it's the best on YouTube, on the internet, as far as being very detailed and comprehensive and telling you every little aspect of it. Yeah. Okay. Enough about that. What are we going to do here today? Well, we are going to probably finish painting these pieces here, and just after talking about airbrushing, yesterday I did allude to the fact that this part here would have been better to have airbrushed it. It would have. However, when you get old, you get stubborn and set in your ways. Yeah, so I think I'm going to probably continue to paint the rest of these now with a paintbrush. I don't know. Now, mind you, I'm going to be using I think the 66 on these. No, not the 66. I'm going to be using the 335. It's a little bit lighter, I believe, than the 66. It's got more of a shine to it. It stands. Oh yeah, this was the 66. That's why we didn't want to use the 66 on that. We wanted them to stand out. Now, these little detailed parts, they have been painted with the 335, and you can see, at least I hope you can see, that they do stand out a little bit against the 66, and that's the whole idea. Once again, it may not be exactly the color that was used, but hey, this is a model. I want it to look good and believable, Yeah. Now here's another part which I used that same paint, and for some reason it almost seems to. Oh no, it's about the same. Yeah, it's about the same. Okay. Let's recompose here and get something done. Oh, I saw the walkers this morning. They did come by. Yes. Yeah. You know, when the walkers come by, all is right with the world, right? Okay, let's recompose here and try and quickly get these smaller pieces painted up so we can start sticking them down. I know at the beginning of the day I have grandiose plans about, you know, we'll get this module done and stuff like that, but I just know it's not going to happen. Okay, I think I've probably beat everything to death here. What do we got here? 8:23, almost 8:24. Missy the dog is due to come by, and if she does, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready. She's probably going to be a little bit damp. although right now the streets are dry at the moment. Oh my goodness. Am I ever easily sidetracked here? What were we doing? Oh yeah, we were going to paint these. Let's recompose. I'll get my little foam block over here that I like to stick those things in, and that's better. Now my head is cleared. I'm still going to start thinking normally now, I hope. Okay. Let's get at it. I heard you. I heard you barking. I heard you barking. Oh my goodness. Oh boy, are you jumping? Are you jumping for joy this morning or something? Okay, what do we got going on here? I'm good. It's garbage day. It's almost over.
She does a great close-up.
Was that good? You know, I was realizing that what I thought was a piece of dog cookie yesterday was actually a piece of an acorn. Huh. Yeah, it wasn't dog cookie at all.
Yeah, let's see if I can talk Rainy into going out to breakfast.
Well, today is a good day for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be sitting on the balcony today. If I go out on my bike, I'm going to be dressed up in my warm winter stuff. What's the matter? You got an itch there? Hmm?
Yeah, it's a cool damn day. Foggy. Oh, she loves you.
Yeah. Was that good? You know, I can almost feel rain.
Yep.
That's the way it goes. Can't win them all.
She says, "What's going on, Dad? You're supposed to be sitting on that brown box."
the brown box is a little bit wet today. Okay, I know it's out of focus, but you can sort of see there's blue sky out there. And a few moments ago, I actually saw sun shining. Anyway, we might be getting out today. But let's do something a little bit model related here if we can. Now, we're going to have to stir this up. I had to use the heat gun on this to get the cap off. That warming the cap idea really works good. Okay, now you can see it needs to be stirred and shaken. So, once again, we're gonna, I was gonna say shaken but not stirred, but I guess that doesn't work in this case, does it? Okay, we were stirred. Now we are shaken. Keep everything just above this little black stain on my cloth and have it about that high, and it should be in focus for you. And we're going to use this wide brush. This is, I believe it might be thinned. I know it does have the paint retarder added. Okay, let's just get at it here. It almost looks like thinned paint, but maybe not. Okay, I think I just turn it like this. I know I keep mentioning this, but when a paint is the same color as the plastic, it makes it hard to... Okay, I gotta turn this so I can see it. Okay. All right, I think that's got that one. Now this one should be a little bit easier to do, in that it is sort of like having sort of a lathe thing going on here. And we'll get the top. Okay, I think that's probably going to dry okay. And another one that should be fairly easy to do here. Trying not to shake it. I guess later, if I happen to see any spots that look like they need to be touched up, we can always do it later, right? And this one here, the inside of that cavity has to be done. Not that we're going to really notice it, being as it's basically the same color. Maybe I get a little bit more on my brush here. Maybe I should be using a different brush. Yeah. Just let me get my other brush going here. Okay, now I can get the inside. Now this one, person has the thought that, well, maybe the best way to do it would be to turn it and just work your paintbrush up as it rotates, but you know, I think I'm going to paint it like this and just hope that the paint shrink wraps its way around everything. I think it basically will. I hope Jason's not watching this. Yeah, he's pretty good. I remember I saw him doing some painting. Oh my, it must be going on 3 years ago now. I was thinking, that guy is experienced. Okay, how does that look? I think that once this dries, we're gonna retain our detail that we've got in that. I was going to say that looks like a ladder going up the top side of a silo, but it's obviously something else. Okay, let's not poke at it anymore. I think we pretty much basically got it here. So why am I poking at it? Why am I poking at it? Didn't I just say don't poke at it anymore? Okay. Now this one doesn't have to be painted on the inside because it kind of goes up against something from what I remember. You know, I wonder if I'd be better off painting the face of it first and then paint the sides. There's probably a right way and a wrong way to do something like that so that it ends up the best way. But yeah, it's called using the airbrush, right? Okay. Now we don't need to do the bottom because I'm going to be wanting to glue this down onto something. So okay, I just got to hold this so I can see it here. I realized I had a tendency to lift it up close to the lens, and then it goes out of focus. It should be perfectly in focus at this distance right here. Okay, we got that one. Now this one. Here again, we're going to do the front first. I suppose a person could maybe take a little brush and do something about the detail that's on the front there. Okay, we don't need to do the underneath. No, you know what? I'm seeing that beading thing going on here. Yes, I think I am. I keep forgetting to clean these parts. Yeah, you see that? See that on the top there? Where it almost appears like it's kind of drying extra quick. I think part of the problem is what's happened is the paint is... Oh, come on. You know what? I think I'm going to have to clean this one off and redo it off camera. It's I think the front is okay. No, the front's got it on there too. Okay. I'm going to do this one. Well, I've got 5 more pieces to go here. Three of them are really small. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause here, and I'm going to. Oh, I should have thought of that. You'd think I'd learn, wouldn't you? You'd think I'd learn. Okay, I know you're zoomed way back here, but this is that piece that we just painted. I cleaned it off with Windex, and while I was doing that, then I remembered that my ultrasonic cleaner seemed to work pretty good. Now, this one here has been soaking in Windex, so the Windex should have dissolved the grease. Does it almost feel sticky, or is it my imagination? No, I guess it's my imagination. Okay. Now, grease fighting. Okay. Now we're just going to use just a tiny little drop here. That's probably more than we need. What we got going on here is warm water. If you remember, I found that boiling water can play havoc on the plastic. We learned that the hard way. Okay, here's the other piece, and then we got this one here. Oh, the one that this one that I just put in, it broke off the stick. I got a feeling that the ultrasonic is probably going to break the connection, but we'll hope that it doesn't. If it does, well, hey. Where's the other 2 pieces now? Oh, Ron, for heaven's sakes. Oh. Okay. Now these 2 pieces here, they're going to have to be painted twice. Okay. Now I imagine that I should maybe get my something here that I can use to just sort of agitate them around so that they aren't always sitting in the exact same spot. I believe that the center here is probably the most active, but I don't know. I've never done a test. It's not like testing a microwave oven or something like that to see where the hot spots are. Okay, now, if you'll remember, the ultrasonic noise throws the camera for a loop, so I won't be able to talk to you. All right, I would think that that's probably enough. Especially this one here, which was sort of scrubbed. Now the connection did not break off, so I'm going to just be careful now, because I am going to have to put another mounting stick on this other piece here. Okay, I'm starting to think out loud here. Just let me recompose, and we'll get back to painting again. Okay, we are basically all cleaned up here. I got a fresh battery in my GoPro, and uh-oh, I hear Missy the dog out there. I think she's in her house looking out the open window. Okay. guess you know what this means, right? It means the sun is shining and the sky has got blue patches. Yeah, so I'm going to call her quits. We're going to have to paint these tomorrow. I don't think we're going to have any problem with the blotchiness again. I just got to remember to be cleaning these parts. I think I mentioned this earlier in my description of my video. It says, feel free to learn from my mistakes. I think it said that for going on 5 years. Yeah, so, yeah. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow. Now, I'm guessing about 15 minutes later, I did get out. And I went to Bird's Hill. And the reason I wanted to go to Bird's Hill is because that's where the Dairy Queen is. Now, some of you will recall that I've been talking about telling you my Dairy Queen story. Well, you're not going to hear it in this episode, or probably in the next one either. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to check out what is the parking like, because in my mind I was thinking, you know, I think their parking is on a real bad slope. But now that I realize it's the entrance to the main parking lot is a bad slope. And the parking at the Dairy Queen itself, it seems to be okay. Yeah, it looks like there's lots of spaces. I wonder if they'd allow me to use my handicap parking permit. You know, it's kind of funny. I think I'm allowed to use that on a motorcycle now. You know, I don't know what to say here. A parking permit on a motorcycle? You know, if you can't walk, how can you ride? Well, that's the funny thing. There's a difference. Once I'm on that bike, I'm a young man again. It's walking to it and from it that I have a bit of a issue. Anyway, I did get out, and the entire ride will probably be posted after this episode. So, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow.